Ladies and gentlemen, would you now welcome to the podium another member of the LSO Board of Directors and Head of Regulatory and Biological Assessment at Syngenta Canada, Nancy Tout.
The LSO Public Service Award is given annually to a current or former municipal, provincial, or federal non-elected public servant who has helped build the life science community in Ontario through innovative policy, structural support, development of research, commercialization of IP, or developing public-private partnership. And this year's recipient exemplifies many of those achievements on behalf of the agricultural sector within Life Sciences Ontario. So through my research on this year's Public Service Award recipient, Deputy Minister Deb Stark, I quickly came to learn that she and I share a number of things in common, including a passion for the life sciences and the strong role that agriculture plays within life sciences, research and innovation partnerships, and the role that science plays and should continue to play in policy development. We are also fellow WLU alumni, having walked the campus together from 1987 to 1990, Deb in pursuit of her MBA, and me in pursuit of my undergraduate science education at that time. Finally, we're professional neighbors in Guelph with a number of with the OMAFRA building directly across the street from our ever-growing research park, home to a number of agricultural enterprises, including Syngenta Canada, where I have been blessed to spend the past 15 years involved in the science of agriculture. So for all those reasons, I'm really honored tonight and to be up here to present the Public Service Award to Deputy Minister Deb Stark on behalf of the board at LSO. Some of you may not know, but Ontario's agri-food sector employs more than 760,000 Ontarians and contributes over $34 billion to the province's economy. And Deputy Minister Deborah Stark, Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, has and continues to play a pivotal role in supporting and stewarding the second largest sector in the province from the position that she has held since 2013. But her contributions to public service extend far beyond her current position. She first joined the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs in 1987 as a veterinarian for dairy and beef, after completing her degree in veterinary medicine from OVC in 1982. But given her drive for continuous learning, Deputy Minister Stark enrolled in WLU's MBA program with a focus on strategic planning and organizational design and behavior. And Dr. Stark has had a diversified career and has held a number of senior leadership positions within the Ontario Public Service, including Assistant Deputy Minister in the Ministry of the Environment, leading their Environmental Safety and Standards Division, Assistant Deputy Minister of the Food Safety and Environment Division of OMAFRA, and Chief Veterinarian for Ontario. And it was in her role as Assistant Deputy Minister at OMAFRA where her talents in strategic planning were soon put to the test in defining and shaping agriculture's role in the broader life sciences industry. And I even found her quoted as having said that agriculture has been the forgotten piece of the life sciences puzzle. But that's about to change. And over the years, she has worked from within government to recognize and support the diversity that agriculture has to offer, including novel health products and substitutes for petroleum or plastics. Ontario is already well known for the diversity of products we produce, but Deb has continued to nurture this growth through a broader definition of what agriculture has to offer and contribute to the success of this province. She has been instrumental in shepherding the OMAFRA University of Guelph Research Partnership over a number of years, which aims to partner government with the extended university community on research, which has really helped to shape and create jobs and new businesses and public-private partnerships. Most recently, Deputy Minister Stark spent 6 months in 2012 and 13 as an Ontario Public Service Amethyst Fellow at Queen's University in the School of Policy Studies, teaching about the links between science and policy and connecting students with the Ontario Public Service. Deputy Minister Stark has held a number of board positions, including as board member of the Canadian Veterinary Medical Association and the Veterinary Infectious Diseases Association. Deb also gives back generously to her community in Wellington County, including as board member of Hospice Wellington and most recently as their chair. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Deputy Minister Deb Stark to the stage. to be recognized as a strong proponent of an expanded life science economy, inclusive of a strong agri-food sector, and the recipient of this year's LSO Public Service Award.
Well, thank you very much, Nancy. She warned me in advance that she asked my office for a bit of a biography, and they only sent her a small paragraph, so she had to make the rest up. So thank you very much for doing that work. I do want to also thank the group and my #1 fan club over there that prepared the nomination. I really appreciate the support from the agri-food community behind this, and I also do want to congratulate my fellow winners. It's really an honor to be recognized and to be standing here tonight. John Kelly will tell you that when he made the phone call and told me that Life Sciences Ontario was giving me this award, I was quite flabbergasted. I found it really hard to believe. I'm still amazed that I'm standing here. But I take it not as much about me as much as about the work of the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, because you don't get to a position like mine without a lot of good people working with you. And it's just a credit to the team that we have. We discovered a long time ago that working with the life science sector is an important part of supporting an agri-food sector and a strong rural Ontario. It's actually really hard to determine when the life sciences sector starts and ends and where the agricultural and food system stops. They're so entwined, and it's really nice to have that acknowledged tonight. I'm not going to make a lot of comments, but I do want to compliment Life Sciences Ontario on the award categories that you have. I think in these awards, you really demonstrate that having a strong sector and building a strong community is not just about talented individuals and successful businesses, but it's really about those people who are community builders and policy shapers, and it's really impressive. So congratulations, Paul and Jason, to that thinking. And I also want to congratulate you on your 2015 report. I didn't have a chance to read it all, I will admit, but I can tell you that it was really well done, evidence-based, good data, and I know it's going to be well used in our ministry for sure. So thank you again for this opportunity. I really appreciate the recognition tonight, and yeah, thank you for helping Ontario be a leader in the life sciences.